It's time for another daily drop here on TarHeelIllustrated.com. And if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, Tar Heel Illustrated, if you are, go over to our site, guys. Right now is the absolute best time to become a member of our community. It's just $8.33 a month for a 1-year subscription. It's the same price it was when I took over August 1st. 2014. We haven't raised our price 1 cent. We've never asked for money here on this YouTube channel. So if you want to support what we do, head on over there and become a premium subscriber. And that's better than just sending us a check or a Venmo or something like that, because you get access to everything we do. And we have a ton of stuff that is premium on our site, front page stuff and things on our message boards that you're never going to find on any of these videos. So if you are a diehard Carolina fan, or if you know someone that is, you can get someone a gift. Go on over there, TarHeelIllustrated.com, just $8.33 a month. You'll see links everywhere to it, and you can sign up and become a member. And now is the absolute best time to do that. All right, the topic today, of course, it's March Madness time. It's Carolina basketball. And the fact that the Tar Heels, this is something we've talked about a lot, going back to November. I've written about it. Jacob and I have talked about it. And here we are getting into it again, because we just saw in the last 2 games the Heels played the clear evidence of the importance of getting a third scorer. It's undeniable. As good as R.J. Davis and Armando Bacot are, they are not, just the two of them, going to lead Carolina to a national championship. They need help. In fact, they may not get out of Charlotte unless they get more scoring help. Because in the last 2 games of the ACC tournament, you saw that the two of them combined cannot carry this team too far, because it's too much to ask any 2 players in college to do that. Or quite frankly, at the NBA level, you don't see a team with just 2 scores getting it done. You need a third scorer. RJ and Armando, as a reminder, Friday night against Pittsburgh, scored 31 of their 39 points in the second half. They scored the last 18 points. It was enough to get a win over a Pitt team that should be in the NCAA tournament. Shame on the committee for not putting them in. Eye test doesn't matter. Just crap on a computer is what matters. That's a different topic for a different day. Still, the Tar Heels weren't great that night, and they could have won more comfortably and crossed a few more T's and dotted a few more I's if they got production elsewhere, but didn't. In the championship game against NC State, Armando and RJ were the only 2 Heels that scored over a span of 18 minutes and 2 seconds in the second half. That's not championship basketball, and they lost. They got it to within 61-58. They lost. What's wild is that the 2 of them combined to score, was it 62.7 of the Tar Heels points Friday and Saturday night combined. They combined for 92 of 148 points. It's not winning basketball. It's not going to get it done. And what's even crazier is when you think about it, and I've kind of articulated some of this in some of our premium content, by the way, in the last couple of months, of how Carolina performs overall when RJ exceeds 20 shots in games. They're a better team when he doesn't take 20 shots, because that means they're getting stuff elsewhere. They're more balanced. Other guys are feeling it, and they're taking more shots because they're knocking down shots, and they're just a more fluid team. RJ attempted 44 shots. 44 shots in the last 2 nights of the ACC tournament. 26 against NC State, 18 against Pitt. 18 was a doable number, but when you go 26 the next night and then you bring that 18 in, it sort of illustrates a problem. Because honestly, if he's in the 14 to 15 range, that's probably best case scenario, because again, that means Armando's getting his looks, but it also means Harrison Ingram is getting some looks. Those back downs are working. It means Cormac Ryan is getting looks and hitting. Cormac was wide open a lot Saturday night on the wing, calling for the ball right in front of me a couple times doing it. Didn't get it. And then a couple times got it. Didn't look as comfortable as he usually does. Harrison passed up some stuff. So this team is easier to guard when guys are not converting, and the two of them haven't converted. I'll read you some numbers here in a second. So that's a big part of it. It's not just not taking the shot. It's not just not getting the pass when you're open. You got to knock stuff down, and they didn't knock it down. But when RJ starts playing like he has to do too much, it's a bad sign because they become a lot easier to defend. And there's a reason Carolina missed 12 straight shots very late in the game, and 15 out of 16. They were out of whack. They were out of sync. They had no groove. They had no jive. They had no mojo on offense, none of that kind of stuff. And that's why they didn't shoot well. And that's why they eventually lost. One of the reasons why they eventually lost the game defensively was also a huge reason as well. So in the last two games, Cormac Ryan is combined 3 for 16, and he's 2 for 11 from three-point range. He hit 3 threes in 95-second span early in the Duke game. He scored 17 points in the last 11 minutes of the Duke game. We've talked about how he's a bit streaky. If you look at his career at Notre Dame, bit streaky. Harrison Ingram, 5 for 17 the last two nights in D.C., 4 for 12 from 3, hit a 3 with 5 seconds left to help that number some. Otherwise, he would have been at 4 field goals. The game was over at that point. 4 field goals. So you get 7 field goals in meaningful parts of both games combined from Cormac and Harrison. That's not going to get it done. Now, I know that Elliot Cadeau could flare up and have a 16-point game, and that would be a third scorer. But I think ideally, the two guys that have most consistently stepped up and been that third scorer, one of the two of them must do so. Maybe not against Howard or Wagner, but absolutely against Michigan State and absolutely times 2 against Mississippi State. I think they're better than Michigan State, and I think that's who the Tar Heels are going to play. So, and they'll defend you. They'll knock you around. They'll defend you on the perimeter. So Carolina needs either Cormac or Harrison in order to advance. And, of course, RJ and Armando got to do their thing. And if all 4 of them are, then this club is getting to Phoenix. But let's pump the brakes because consistency has been an issue. So let's see if they can find some of that here in the next 2 weeks. If they do, then this team will get to Phoenix. If they don't, this team will not get to Phoenix. It's as simple as that. Let me know what you think. Who do you think will be that step-up guy? Will it be Harrison? Will it be Cormac? Will they do it sort of collectively? Maybe not flaring up for 20-plus, but both going for about 14, which might get it done. What do you think they're going to do? Let us know on Twitter. Let us know on Facebook. And the best way to do it is become a member of our community and let us and the rest of our community know what you think and engage yourselves in some healthy, thoughtful, and usually respectful dialogue about the Tar Heels. These are passionate people just like you. So why not go hang out with them for just $8.33 a month for a 1-year subscription? Can't beat it, guys. That's a drive-through meal everywhere now. Even the cheap places, the super cheap places, it's $8.33 for one drive-through meal. You can get that, pay that, and get us for a month, for 12 months. It's a no-brainer. Anyway, I'm AJ. I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you from Charlotte. We got a ton of stuff coming. Make sure you check us out. Come back over and over and over again. And by the way, spring football started Tuesday. We met with Mac on Monday. We've got spring football stuff. And once basketball ends, we'll have a lot more spring football content as well. I appreciate you stopping by.